Well, yeah, we got to loosen 4 bolts in here and then adjust it with this. I think partially it's loose because that spring is not that tight. We'll see. We will see. Tight these are, I guess. Alright. Get our enhancement tool here. Not bad. Not too bad at all. I'm not completely sure here what that needs to do. You guys know I'll take advice. I'm betting that needs to loosen. We gotta go the other way. That's encapsulated right there. That one's still that's probably too tight. I like it. You would think that that would have a secondary nut on it, but I guess it just depends on these to hold it in place. Which is fine. I'd rather it slip than break something. That was significantly easier than what I thought it was going to be. Trying to figure out here what we got going on with the shield. Kind of vibrates and rubs sometimes. Looks like it's been backed into something once or twice. That's better. Clearance there. That looks pretty good. We'll find my grease gun. Quite a few spots on here to grease. Oh man, talk about bonus points. The joint lined right up. Not on there at all. There we go. Okay. You know, people think that producing your own hay is just out of the question, but it's really not. It is doable. It's very doable. You know, we have a 26 horsepower tractor, and it does it all for us. Sure to get them all. This is an important one. This is the breakaway. Want that greased. Everything needs a little grease. If it moves, it needs some grease. Pull forward to raise the pitman. There, looks like. Let's pull forward a little bit and I'll show y'all how to take this down. There's a few sickle sections that ain't the greatest, but they ain't bad. Let's take a little look-see here. Alright, so what we're looking at, I run serrated, and these are loose because I don't need any down pressure. Most of these are pretty good. See that that one's a little loose, that one's snug. You can see where it wears. These all help keep everything in alignment. All look pretty good. I will mush a little grease onto there. So this can protect itself in two ways. This is a spring, and it can pull off of that ball if something binds in here where it can't cycle, chunk of iron or something. It's probably going to break the section, but it's also going to save itself from coming apart. And then this here is the same way. If you hook something, a tree, this will actually pull apart and let it swing away. So this is an old sickle, but it's very effective. Works really good, especially on this size tractor. That's why we use it. I got a good deal on it from a local farmer sitting in his fence row. He was excited to know that somebody was actually going to use it to cut hay, and I use it. I use it a lot. We're going to grease that up, and I think we might go give it a little test run. Well, I think it's time to have the first spin up of the year. I'm pretty satisfied with that. I'm going to go ahead and open up this field and come tomorrow morning early. We're going to cut some hay. I think it's a good plan. Sounds good. Everything's moving smooth. Good early morning, everyone. It is time to cut the hay. Nice weather here in Missouri. We're going to get the sickle, get that sickle mower pulled down. Everything set up. Well, just like that, field number 1 is done. Got about 4 acres on the other side of the fence, probably about 4 acres on the north side of town, and then honestly 3/4 of an acre on the edge of town, which I only cut that because it belongs to my son and it's a handy spot close by. Makes 30 bales usually. Even if it makes 20, it's hay. This is what you end up with here. Normally that'd be 12 inches deep because it would have been waist high, but dry, dry, dry. Let's talk differences in fields. So my field I grazed last fall was the expectation that we'd get a lot of rain this spring, which we didn't get. So it did not rebound. It hasn't been fertilized in any way. I usually just spread manure and stuff on it and drag it out. So not much production over there. This field has not been grazed. And I cut this on shares with a neighbor. She has horses. And this thing always produces lots of hay. Usually over 200 bales on the first cutting. Normally over 200 bales on the first cutting. She's got hay left from last year, and this is going to make good hay again. So I'm going to get it cut open, and then when I can find a spot to put you guys, I'll set you up because it drops off back in there. Kind of a hard spot to record and get a good recording. But we are going to get started, and we're going to make hay. Just like that, it's cut. It's always kind of a good measurement to tell if the mulberries are ready. It's probably time to make hay. I love mulberries. Suckers are good. Delicious. Also delicious for the animals is this. That's going to make a lot of good hay. That's what it takes to get it on the ground. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, come back because it's going to be a multi-part series. We still got to rake it. We got to bale it, and we got to get it in the barn. A few steps left to go, all happening within the next 7 days. Thanks for watching.